Alright, so this video is for Czardas by Monti. So we're going to start this video from the fast section, marked Allegro, and this is in 2. Okay, and I'm going to do this without teaching sautiller, which will be in a different video. So we're going to play this in 3rd position. We're in D minor, and you want your notes to pop off of the sound, just to pop out here. So make sure you catch your string with your bow and use some fingers. So that's the first thing to practice. It's 3 up bows in a row. So after the first note's down, up, up, up. You practice slowly like that. Set, set. And then actually it's another up bow. So there's 4 up bows in a row. And another up, double up, up, up. And you take your hand to 2nd position. After this D, you go to 2nd position for the C sharp. And end on a 2nd finger D. Alright, now we're not going to play sautiller for now, so just middle of the bow, 16th notes. Mainly you just have to practice coordinating the bow and the left hand. So the best way to practice this maybe is 4 notes at a time. Or sorry, that's not right. It's and on E. The last one is the one that ends on D, right? Okay, so practice that with a gap, and then 2 groups of 16ths, and then a gap. And so then the 2 halves are the same except for that last note. So E to D. And then you put it together without any break. Alright. Also make sure your first finger is left down the whole time. It's anchored down the whole time there. Alright, and then make sure you bring your first finger up for that D sharp. So you have half steps between the F, E, and D sharp. Then we go to the E string, go to 1st position here. And same kind of thing here, but the 4th group of 16th notes is different. So you have 3 of these, and then the 4th one is like that. And then next group, same kind of pattern. And then without stopping. Alright, then all that repeats, and then let me get my there to the next page. Okay. Alright, the next section, we're going to do some grace notes here. Those will happen before the beat. That one's not so bad. The next one, a little harder. So this one is 3rd position. It's only a B flat grace note. And then G sharp. And then you're going to use your first finger, reach back a half step out of 3rd position to get the C sharp. There we go. 2nd finger for the E, 4th finger for the G. So this would be a good one to practice, just play the E kind of to set your hand in position. Then the G, E, and then reach that C sharp with your first finger. So slow practice. And then back to 1st position on open A. That's what I do anyways. Alright, this is all a repeat, I think. And then all that repeats. Alright, that takes us to the chords. Okay, so third position. So make sure you are in tune. The F sharp has to be in tune with the open D, and then the high D is in tune with the F sharp. After that first chord, F sharp stays down, A, first finger goes down. Leave it there, just set your second finger for the B. And then your A is already ready to go. And then, so F sharp, and then you just need to make sure it's on both strings for this 4-note chord. And then I take third position here. Then replace the B with fourth finger, so go back to first position. Then you're going to slide your second finger up on the A string to the harmonic E. And to get it to sound nice, make sure that you scoop your finger out of the string and you lift your bow before you lift the finger. Otherwise you get a bad sound. Lift the bow and then replace it with a harmonic E on the E string, I mean. And then back to first position. Yeah. Same thing. Oh, one thing about this. Just use your hand to reach over for the G and D strings. Okay, so you don't need to, not so much with your arm here. So it's just this, okay? Now here, what I would do is, after the C sharp, I'd actually set my, as best you can, set your chord, the second chord before the first one, the F sharp and the D. Your third finger will have to go over to the G. So essentially you're playing a fifth with your third finger. And then all you have to do is a really easy transition. Your second finger is already on the F sharp. All you're doing is kind of slightly moving your third finger off of the D string. Because it's a slur and that transition is not as easy, I would do it here. C sharp. Alright, now we get to the harmonics, the fun part. So you're always going to do a 1, you finger the 1, so you're fingering the note and then you're using your pinky finger to lightly play the harmonic. When you're doing your harmonics, make sure you have a heavy bow and flat bow hair close to the bridge with fairly good amount of bow speed. The only times you're not going to use your 1 and 4 for the harmonics is when you can just use your open string with the third finger harmonic. So if it sounds like whistling, you're doing a good job. Here you got to go from the A string all the way over to the G string and shift first finger to a C sharp. Let's see. And you can see on the G string here. Sorry. So C sharp up, first finger to the E, and then back to the D. So you might want to practice that part just with your first finger before adding the harmonics. All right, next page, at least this, in this edition. It's all a repeat until we get to the D major section. Here's that scale run leading up to it. So we add some G sharps there, and then B, C sharp. All right, here's D major. Same thing as before, same kind of practice, but now you have an F sharp instead of an F natural. And then, same thing here, but a B instead of a B flat. This group of notes actually is the same for all four, so make sure you make a note of that. So that might throw you off, it did me. And then okay, and then the last run here, D sharp. Make sure you use your fourth finger for the beginning, and then you can go to open E, third position, and that's it. So another video to come on the introduction, the slower section, and how to play sautille.